Hey, what's up guys? Demo Games here. Wanted to show you guys a game I'm playing a whole lot of lately. I think it's a ton of fun. I just thought I'd show it off to you guys. Why am I here? That's odd. But we're playing Marvel Heroes 2015.
Kurt, how can you be so positive in times like these?
Oh, he's loud. So this game, when it first came out, actually was not very good. I got a lot of bad reviews. I think it was almost like 2 years ago, maybe a year or 2 years ago. And a lot of people played it. I actually didn't even bother looking into it. Then I started listening to a podcast, and one of the guys on there mentioned they'd been playing Marvel 2015, how the game had been through all these improvements and how much better it is. And then I love Diablo clones, which is essentially what this game is, so I figured I'd give it a try, and I'm so happy I did. So I just figured I'd go through real quick and kind of show you what there is in this game. Like, this game has a ton of stuff, which is the main reason why I love it. There's just so many things to do in this game. It's incredible. So when you first start off, you're going to pick a hero. They have a set of 13 heroes that you can pick up. They're called starter heroes. I wonder if I can pull up a list of them. I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't know what they are, but there's 13. You can look it up online. I ended up picking Punisher as my first hero. I think they have Storm, Scarlet Witch, a couple of other ones. I mean, there's a huge roster of heroes in this game. Like, these are the ones I own right now, all the ones that are lit up. The dark ones are the ones I don't own. I'm pretty sure Cyclops is a starter, Daredevil, Black Widow, Human Torch is one. I mean, as you can see, they just have a ton of heroes. Really cool. So you start off, you pick a hero, and you'll probably end up going to this screen here, which I'm just going to run through really quick, the first beginning section of the prologue. And I'll actually let this play out.
I am Uatu, the Watcher. I have been charged with observing your world since before humanity reigned as the dominant species. I have watched your greatest explorers become your greatest heroes. I have watched you turn accident into triumph. I have watched selfless acts define a lifetime.
Hey, Ghost Rider? Or is it the Hulk? Hulk.
I have seen the flash of genius
Iron Man.
define the future.
Iron Man looks awesome.
I have watched legends born.
These cutscenes are so awesome. This whole game is like this, though. The story's pretty neat.
Return when most needed. I have watched adversity turn into purpose. Over and over again, I have watched all of this and so much more, because that is the task bequeathed to me by the universe. But I can stand by and watch no more. I have watched you, Victor Von Doom. I know what you are planning, and it cannot be allowed. Humanity is at an important crossroads. The future of your species is at stake. So today, I have broken my Watcher's vow to never interfere with the course of humanity. I am here to stop you.
I have so little respect for those who do not know their place.
You do not know the power you abuse.
And you do not seem to know how to be silent. The power of the cube is mine to control. You were a fool to come here. You have no one to blame but yourself!
Dang.
Please, no human can hold such power.
You're wrong!
Hot there. That's crazy. So that's the premise of this game. You're out to stop Dr. Doom. Wasn't that an awesome cutscene? Like throughout all the chapters of this game, they have cool little cutscenes like that. So they don't necessarily have your hero in them, which is kind of a bummer, but that's a small gripe. Like if I played Punisher, he was in none of the videos. That's just a small thing. So when you first start off, you're in, if you look here, you have the prologue and all these chapters to beat. Obviously, the last character is Dr. Doom in Castle Doom. They added a expansion, I believe, which takes you to Loki's realm. Which, if you saw that little cube he's using, I think that's the cube from the Thor in the very first one, I think. So yeah, this will take you across multiple different chapters, each having you doing various missions. They're pretty fun. When you first play it, you're going to want to go this route. There's some cool little like passives you can pick up along the way. Oh, why am I zoomed in? You can get +1 to skills and like health boost and spirit boost, which you use to cast your skills by playing through the campaign. After you've beaten the campaign, there's actually a ton of other ways to play the game, which I think is really great. It gives you some variety because you don't want to keep playing the campaign over and over and over again. At least I don't enjoy that. They have these terminals which allow you to kind of play souped up, smaller versions. This is unlocked at level 20. I think red's at level 40. No. Oh no, just the red and green are locked at 20, which the green one's easier, the red one's harder. And then Cosmic is open at level 60. And they just take you to like short little scenarios throughout the campaign. You just like warp to like the boss area, kill a bunch of stuff, and then fight the boss. And you get better rewards actually for doing the terminals. One-shot stories. I'm not super familiar with this. I know this changes frequently. Basically, it's just like a kind of an additional story that they put in the game, like a whole new location. And you go through and do this kind of like almost like a new chapter, and at the end you fight a boss and get a bunch of rewards. It's pretty cool. I won't cover challenges. Actually, we'll leave that. There's a lot to cover in this game, so hopefully I don't miss anything. I'm gonna be talking kind of off the cuff here. I don't really have any script or something that I'm following. There's another playable character here. Storm. Oh, there's two Storms. As you can see, I'm playing as Cable. When you first start off, you want to hit P and look at your skills here. As you level up, you can put points in, kind of like in the original Diablo, and upgrade certain skills. In the beginning, I think you get 2 points for level up. After level 30, you start getting 3 points. So when you first start in, though, you want to take a look at your skills, everything you have. This one's a passive. We're not going to cover that. Actually, let's just talk about when you first come in. Okay, so when you first come in, you have an auto, just like a regular basic attack that doesn't cost any spirit. Like, I'm pretty sure every hero has that. And every hero has a movement ability, which costs spirit, which just lets you travel around the place really quickly. Cable's is actually pretty slow. Yeah, it's pretty slow, but yeah, and then you'll have some kind of ability. It's usually associated with your right click. Like here's mine. Looks like it stuns and does something else. Stuns and knocks them down, I think. Yeah, we can look at that just by hovering over. Telepathically assault the minds of nearby enemies, slowing and knocking them down. Okay. So it does mental damage twice per second for 5 seconds, so it's a dot. And it slows their movement speed. That's pretty cool. You go ahead and grab this mission here. This first starter mission, which that's the only thing I'm going to do here, and then I'm going to jump into some other parts of the game. Takes you into a bank vault where you stop on a robbery. Whoa. Alright, these guys are stunning me. Go ahead and assault their mines. I don't know, this game, I love it a lot more than Diablo, just for the simple fact that you're playing as superheroes, and there's just so many of them. Like, I don't know, I love it. I'm actually a huge fan of superheroes. I don't read the comics, which I probably should start. I didn't realize how much I liked it until I started playing this game.
Let's not break our arms patting ourselves on the back.
Yes, Cable. Up here is your map. You can actually zoom it in or zoom out as much as you prefer. They give you little... Oh, yeah, I didn't even mention that. Well, we'll cover that later. But they tell you this little symbol here when you leveled up, and you can add some points. So as you can see, you have 2 points. Let's go ahead and put one. You don't want to put it in your movement ability, because you just want to use that just for getting around. So let's just go ahead and put one in my passive. You get damage rating, critical damage rating. Yeah, it's all good stuff. Then we'll put one in my just regular basic attack.
They won't be expecting that.
Gosh, there's so much I can cover here. I don't know how in-depth I should go. So, I guess we could try to talk about the first thing, like, the stats in this game. The stats are kind of confusing. It took me a while to kind of get the hang of. In fact, I still don't entirely know. But the good news is you kind of don't have to, because if you hover over everything, it'll tell you what it gives you, specifically. Because, like, you'll get stuff like damage rating. Like, I don't know what that means. That actually translates into some hard numbers, but the math behind that I don't fully understand. But if you hover over damage rating, it should tell you what exactly. Your power is still 7.5 increased base damage with damage rating. So you have 10 damage rating, but it translates to 7.5 more damage. I don't know. But if you want to see all that stuff, you can actually you can hover over and see what those all are. One really cool thing about this game that I haven't seen yet in any of the others, of these style of games, is they actually have this thing called brutal strikes. Brutal strikes is essentially a crit of a crit, which that sounds awesome, and it is completely awesome. So sometimes when I attack, you probably won't see it with this guy, but there'll be kind of an orange like POW box that shows up, and that's when you crit. And if you see an orange POW box followed with red text, that means you brutalize, and you just get some insanely high numbers. I think it's an awesome mechanic in this game. You can kind of spec that way. They can have your character kind of really high and crit and brutalize, which is awesome. Not brutalize, just brutal shots or brutal strikes. Kill these guys real quick. Die. Alright, cool. And as normal action RPG / Diablo games, you have slots that you can put stuff in. Like you have a weapon slot, bodysuit. And actually, you know what? Wait, before I even go over that, I think this game has more slots than any of the other ones I've ever played, which is another reason why I really love this. I love customizing. Like having a lot of options, a lot of gear, builds, that kind of thing. Like, I just love that. So, as you can see, there's just a ton of stuff you can slot in here. I guess we can try to talk about them real quick. Your 1 through 5 is just your basic stuff. Your rifle, your armor. I think there's bodysuit is basically armor, another armor, boots, and then a cyberware. I don't know what that is. Everyone just has kind of like a secondary thing called cyberware. You can get a ring, legendary items. Legendary items are actually really cool in this game. They take forever to get, and it's not like in Diablo where you have to get some lucky roll to get a legendary. Actually, you can work towards the goal of getting a legendary by collecting things that pick up off of monsters. So like, there's these certain, actually this doesn't drop off of monsters, I apologize, but there's quests that you can do after you complete them that give you like between 1 and 4 of these things called Odin marks. And once you get 300, you can buy yourself a legendary item. And these legendary items are really, really, really strong and kind of really define your character. So that's really cool. I actually really love that. And I actually like that better than Diablo, because like in Diablo, you could farm forever, right? And never get the item you're looking for. So if you spent 8 hours farming that day and you got nothing, you literally accomplished nothing. Like you did not progress towards your goal at all. In this game, you play for 4 hours, you get 20 marks. You just made 20 marks towards your 300 to get your thing. So you're making progression. It wasn't a complete waste. And actually playing for 8 hours, you'll get way more than 20 marks. That's just an example I made up. But as you can see, I think that's probably better than just relying totally on RNG. Like in certain things in this game, though, you are relying on RNG, but there's certain other things where you can like gradually build towards it as well, which I think I like that a lot better. Okay, so let's talk about these other things. You have Rune, or Uru Forged unlocks. It's essentially just like a little item you can put on here that gives you like 200 damage or 200 defense, but on top of that you can pick up runes, kind of like in Diablo, that if you make a certain rune word, adds a bunch of different stats and abilities to your Uruforge item, which is really cool. Next we have relics. Relics are actually really awesome in this game. They're kind of like Paragon levels, except not really. Paragon levels is required you to get like a certain amount of XP to increase your level, and you can add stats. These relics are actually droppable items in the game that stack up to 1,000. Like you can have 1,000 of them in that slot. And each stack gives you like a small bonus, like maybe 2 health and 2% crit or something, or plus 2 crit rating, whatever that equals in percentages. And you can keep stacking them up to 1,000 times. So you're constantly building stats by this just by playing the game and picking up these items. Artifacts. Artifacts are cool. Artifacts are kind of, how can I say this? There are items that give you stats as well, but sometimes they have like abilities associated with them, like, oh, this one increases your size, which isn't all that great. Or this one gives you a new ability that'll heal your allies, which That's not bad. They have one that makes you go invisible, you know, all kinds of different things. But most of them have stats associated with them as well. So you have 3 slots for those, I think. Actually, you have 4. Then your last one is the medallion. It's kind of like an amulet in the other games, any other Diablo type of game. Gives you stats and then sometimes has +1 to all your powers, which are actually your abilities in this game, all these guys. Which actually a lot of the items too have like +1 to this skill, +1 to this skill, or power, or whatever. So that's pretty cool. That's like the old-fashioned Diablo style of doing skills and skill points and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. That pretty much covers everything in here. Oh wait, no, I forgot. Oh, you have a team insignia, which is kind of like another item slot that kind of gives like an aura to your team. You can give it to your team, and it can also affect you as well, which is pretty cool. You don't get that till level 35. And then you have your costume, which you can do a lot of stuff with your costume as well. Your costume, if you go to the crafter in the main Avengers lobby, you can add stats to this too, which I won't cover now. Pet, I've never actually got a pet. They don't really do anything, they're just cosmetic. Let's go to this quest marker real quick. Sorry to be sidetracked there. There's just so much to this game. I haven't even covered half of it yet, I don't believe. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy.
You mind signing an autograph for my kid?
Alright, he wants me to go in here and take out these guys. As you can see right now, there's actually other players. Once I go into this portal, it's kind of like an instance where only you and your team go. So I won't see anyone else in here but me. So we gotta take all these guys out. So I do that. I'm pretty weak right now. These guys are gonna be kind of rough. Those little orbs that dropped out, there's different colored ones. They all give you different benefits. These ones give you extra XP, the green ones. You'll find red ones from time to time that give you health. Blue ones that give you spirit to cast your abilities quicker, or just give you spirit so you can use them. And then you'll have see how I got to level up just on those orbs. It's pretty cool. Health kit's nice. Then you'll have a purple one that gives you both health and mana, or spirit as they call in this game. Let's go ahead and get this guy. Give me that yummy XP. I guess I could start leveling these. What's this do? Enemies takes 10% more damage. That sounds great. Go ahead and put that on. What's this do? Creates a television power around you that pushes enemies away. I don't like chasing enemies. Let's go ahead and grab that. So let's go ahead and drag this down. Oh, I have to confirm it.
Can never have enough tricks.
I'm gonna put this down here. Okay. So if I hit anyone with this ability, they'll take 10% more damage. That's pretty nice. I think almost every hero has that ability now that I think about it. Alright, so they're all marked. Yes, come on. Get on out of here. You don't have to save them, but they give you those XP orbs, so I like to save them. Can I do anything with these guys? No. Oh, you can. I actually never went back here and saved them. I don't think you get anything for doing it, other than orbs. But I don't know, actually. I never actually saved all of them. Huh. Did I miss any? I don't think so. So we didn't end up getting all of them. And then there's going to be a boss fight here. Go ahead and mark them all so they take more damage. Ooh, I got a rifle.
Hope you didn't start the party without me.
I'm going to equip that real quick. Alright. So we got Black Cat. Not too scared. She's actually pretty easy early. Obviously, they don't want to, in the prologue, give you some super hard boss. They get you used to the basics like dodging around and stuff from their abilities. That's pretty common in this game to kind of have to reposition yourself with the bosses. Because they usually don't stand still. In fact, they're quite annoying.
Okay, fine.
Alright.
You got me.
Ah, good timing for this actually. So,
Mission accomplished.
I kind of left out a big part about this game. It is a free-to-play game. With kind of an aggressive free-to-play model. And what I mean by that is, you can play this game for free, but you're probably not going to. So keep that in mind when you start. You're probably going to need to spend at least $20 so you can get the full enjoyment out of it. One of the biggest things is the heroes do cost a lot. Like, let's see, let's pull up the store real quick. So to add more G to buy your heroes, it's 1,000 is $9.99, right? So if you look at the heroes, most of them cost 900. That's essentially $9 to buy one hero. So that's really expensive. If you don't want to spend money, though, they do give you the option of collecting these things called Eternity Splinters. These things drop roughly every 6 to 8 minutes, roughly. I mean, you could get some more frequently and some less frequently, but overall, average 6 to 8 minutes. If you manage to get 185, you can buy a random hero box from one of the people in the Avengers town. Which should I go there real quick?
We survive another day.
Hold on, let's put this on. Here's a medallion. It gives me move speed, generation of health, and 7 damage with movement powers. That's cool. Take some boots. We got a purple bodysuit, which that's pretty awesome. Look at all the stats on these. Gives me access to skills I don't have access to yet, which is kind of cool. More spirit, dodge rating, and rating against targets that are attacking you. It's great. Oh yeah, so yeah, you get 185 Eternal Spinels. You can buy a random hero box, so that'll give you a token to unlock any of the heroes. The only bad thing about doing the random one is that you can actually get one that you already have. So if I bought Cable, or if I did a random hero box and got Cable, which I already own, it gives you a token instead to increase your ultimate, which is your best ability, which for me is the Body Slider Bomb. It let me do level 2 of this, which that's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. I'd rather not get a token for him. I mean, it doesn't really upgrade your ultimate that much, but at least it's something. It's kind of a kick in the nuts to honestly to get 185 Splinters and get a character that you already own. Like, you'd rather get a new one altogether.
You ever think of joining the force?
Alright, so let's go. Will this let me go back to base, please? Yes, travel to Star Tower. So this is your main hub. There's actually a few throughout the game, but this is the one I come to more often than not. As you progress through the story, there's other main hubs.
Crawler. Somebody has to draw enemy fire.
There's going to be a lot of like talking, which actually I really love about this game. Depending on which character you have, they'll say certain things and they come around other heroes, which is really cool. But that is really loud. Let me turn that down real quick. This is going to be a long video, I can already tell. I love this game though. I can't tell you how much I love this game. Get the motion comic value though. Okay, so here's the Eternity Splinter vendor. If you want to buy just a hero outright instead of doing the random box, you can pay the Eternity Splinter costs here. But these are really high, so it'd take about two random boxes to buy one of the 400 ones, which, I don't know, you may get lucky with your random box and get 2 heroes instead of getting 1 for 400. So I've been actually going through that route, just buying random hero boxes. I managed to unlock, as you can see here, I actually bought 4 of these. I bought Cable, Colossus, Deadpool, and Wolverine. Actually, I bought a few others as well, now that I think about it. I think I unlocked one person through Eternity Splinters, which was Psylocke. But yeah, so if you don't want to spend any money, you can do that, which is a cool option. If you think about it though too, like when you play Diablo, there's only 5 characters. In this game, there's like 40, and they're constantly adding new ones, so that's pretty freaking awesome. So even if you get 185 Splinters, it's like you're being able to play the game with a totally new character, which is, to me, it's worth it. It's really good. The one thing though you're probably going to want to spend your money on, this is why I say you can't really play the game without spending some money, is when you first start off, all you have is this one stash. That's it, just this one stash, which is not enough to hold everything. All the collectibles in this game, like like I was saying before, like there's a lot of goals you can work towards in this game, like picking up items off the ground, but you need to accumulate a lot of them, so you're gonna need a lot of stash space for all those things. So one's not enough. As you can see, I just have tons and tons and tons of stuff. So like you need the crafting material, which is here. You need the suit affixes that you can add to your suit here. I don't have as many. You need the runes for your Uru Forge. Here's your Uru Forge items. Well, there's my Cable token. I should go ahead and use that. That'll unlock or upgrade my ultimate when I finally get it. You have legendary or uniques. Sorry, no legendaries. I only have one legendary. It's on Wolverine, which I guess I could show you. These are just costumes. So yeah, you're gonna need slot space, and that's not very cheap. If you look at it, it's $5. It's $5 for a random storage. So this thing will allow you to put anything in it. These ones with potions are for crafting material only, and they're a little bit cheaper. I think they're $3. While this is $5. I don't know how much it costs for the hero specific. $3.50. I only have hero specific because when I bought them, they came with the kind of the bundle. I just use them to toss Uru Forge, which anything that says any hero can go to the hero specific gear, and some also some uniques that say any hero. But yeah, there's that. Actually, you're probably wondering what this team up thing is here in the center. Let me cover that real quick, I suppose. I haven't unlocked here. Oh, so once I unlock Ultimate, I can use this. Okay, that makes sense. Let's go ahead and add my Eternity Splinter in here real quick, and then we'll talk about team-ups. So another thing you can buy in the game, I don't think you can actually find it. You have to save up and buy it with Eternity Splinters or with real money, is this concept of team-up. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. You have access to these team-up heroes if you buy them. I bought Groot because he's the cheapest. Let's go ahead and set him as active. And so what that'll do, which this is actually really cool, I love this. Here's Groot. He has 4 slots to put certain items on, which give you small benefits. I haven't found anything super major, but they aren't bad. You see underneath where it says benefits you and then benefits the team-up hero. The benefits team-up hero is actually your, in this case it'd be Groot. When he comes out, he'll get these extra benefits. And obviously the benefits you get all the time, they're just passives. Your team-up hero can be played in actually 2 different ways. Let's go ahead and show you what I mean. Oh, I guess I can't change it. Actually, 3 different ways, I'm sorry. You can play him with him always being in, right? So choosing this talent allows Groot to fight alongside you until he's been defeated or dismissed. I mean, so he'll be right alongside you, tanking, doing damage and whatnot. That's pretty cool. Another one is you can pull him in for a quick 30 seconds, but he has like double the damage. Team hero generates, he generates more health, that sort of thing. So all these abilities in this second line right here give you access to him coming up like really quickly like that. I think. Actually, I don't know. This is just a different passive. Oh, so I lied about that. Well, obviously this one only works if he's in. All right, well, let's start over. Not start over, but let's not go down that route. Let's talk about the third one. You can have it so Groot never comes out, but instead he gives you a bunch of passive effects. So by choosing this talent, Groot additional powers to you while he is away from combat. I can still call him out every 30 seconds, but when he's not in, I get these extra benefits. So I usually never use Groot. I'd rather have the maximum health and defense rating. Probably early on to be okay to use him. He's actually pretty strong, but I've heard late game he just dies too quickly to really be of any help. So you just want to level up the passives. So let's go ahead and show you what Groot does real quick. We'll jump into an area real quick. Shield training room. Do I want to do that? I guess I don't really have a choice. Oops, actually that's not going to work. So you need to select what you want to do with Groot. Actually, I can just pull him out real quick. So I have him set to passive right now, so he's giving me 60 health and then 48 defensive rating. Oh, I don't want to do this. I guess I could. This is just a kind of a training room where you can practice or see how much damage you do and whatnot. These are all level 60 targets, so I'm not going to do a lot of damage. But I can push K, and there's Groot. Groot will come out and do damage and hurt things and soak up damage for me, which is kind of cool. Because I only have this ability right here, he's only out for 30 seconds. But even though he's not out, when I don't have him out, I still get the benefits from these, so keep that in mind. He doesn't have to be out to take advantage of the inventory that you give him. So that's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and get out of here. So there's a lot of stuff I didn't cover actually in the Avengers Tower. So yeah, that's your team up. It's pretty cool. You get a bunch of different things that you can use as you level up. Like you get to be level 20 to get access to these tier. You can only have one active in each of these 4 categories here, or these 4 tiers. Okay. Also, the cool thing about them, I actually don't even think you need to have.
Times like these.
You don't even need to have a team up hero, but you get this extra inventory space. So if I control click, I can move stuff into there. So if I don't want to go back and shop, I can just stuff a bunch of items out there while I'm on the field killing stuff, and then when I come back, unload them at the vendors. That actually brings me to my next point, which is this is kind of neat. It's very grindy, which I should say this game is very, very grindy. So if you don't like that sort of thing, you might not like this game. But I kind of do. You know, it lets you make constant progression. But each vendor does certain things. Like right here is the crafter. Let's go show you the other ones real quick. Crafter allows you to craft items, obviously. He's probably the best out of all the vendors because you need to do a lot of crafting in this game. And I won't really cover that, I don't think. There's the Enchanter, which allows you to put the rune wards into your Uru Forge, and also has these blessings, which I won't cover that. So yeah, there's that, and then there's the weapons vendor and the gear vendor. So the thing that makes this game kind of unique and different than others is that you do not want to sell items. Like, getting money in this game actually isn't really all that useful. Like, I have 2 million. I haven't really spent much gold. Just kind of adding costume affixes I've actually spent it. But other than that, I don't really use gold that much. So what you want to do is you actually want to hold down the Alt key, and you can donate to your vendor. So let's see if this will let me do it. For some reason it won't let me donate this, which is really weird. But okay, never mind. Let's donate these health kits. This will slowly increase this experience bar. So this long bar here is actually one of these little orbs in here. So you fill this up, you move one more, fill it up again, one more, until you get to the next level. Then that'll rank him up. Once you get to level 20, actually as you're constantly going through it, you're constantly adding more stuff to the vendor. So like with the crafter, you get access to more recipes. Yeah, that's basically it. You get access to more recipes. Same with the enchanter. The weapon vendor actually will have higher valued stuff like level 60 epic gear. Epic is purple, which isn't the highest. I guess I should talk about that. The progression, or the rarity progression, is green's the lowest, blue, purple, yellow, which is cosmic, and then brown, which is unique. And they kind of have this like purpley stuff, like kind of a lighter purple, like pink purple. That's kind of anything like your relics and your artifacts. Actually, artifacts are red, but they aren't really a rarity value. They're just a different color to separate them. Like your crafting stuff is actually blue. Like you see that on the ground right there. That's just crafting. Your costume stuff's blue as well. Like kind of a light blue, I guess baby blue. Anyways, what we're talking about? Oh yeah, so as you level him up, he adds more items here. You can refresh him, but it's on a timer, so you can only refresh him a certain number of times. He's the only one I don't have at level 20 yet. And I'll tell you what, guys, getting to level 20 takes forever. Like, forever. Like, I've donated, I don't know, I probably filled this thing up and filled this thing up probably 200 times and haven't gotten someone to level 20. So it takes forever. It's very, very grindy. There is ways you can get around that if you have your crafter at max. There's certain items that you can craft that help level up your vendors a lot quicker. Like, I was able to get this guy up to 20 really quickly by using that route. So, yeah. It takes forever. It takes forever to level them. But you want to do your crafter first, just so you can get access to that chest and other things. Like, crafting is kind of a big deal. There's a ton of things you can craft. You can make use of certain, like...
just invented?
Like, you can upgrade, let's see. Do I have anything here? No. So, like, let's say you find a unique level 10. Like, unique's kind of like a... What's the word I'm looking for? In Diablo, like, I think they were called uniques too, right? The highest level items. If you get one at level 10, you're like, crap, I want to use that when I hit level 20. Well, if your crafter is leveled up, you can actually go to your crafter and upgrade your item to go to level 20, 30, 40, or 60. Let's see if I can find that. Yeah, you can upgrade your uniques, which costs a fair amount of gold and then some of your crafting material. But you can upgrade it, which is really cool. So if you find it once, you can use it throughout the whole game by leveling it up, which that's pretty neat. Okay, so... what am I missing? There's just so much. As you can see, there's so much to cover. I haven't even covered the other areas, so... All it really shows you is the... Hello. is the campaign. The campaign is good. I would recommend going through that first. After that, if you just want to do some straight up leveling, they have a bunch of other things you can do, which I'm actually going to switch heroes real quick and show you one of them, which I find to be a lot of fun. There's actually a special event going on right now, which makes it even better. Which that's the thing too. So this game is constantly evolving, adding new characters, doing this thing called a special 52 review on certain characters, giving them signature abilities that do more damage, making sure they're balanced, all kinds of stuff. But alongside with that, they also have every week there's a challenge, or not a challenge, but like an event. There you go. For certain areas that give you increased benefits. So right now they have the Midtown Madness event, which is this area called Midtown Portal. Or is it Midtown Portal? I think it's called Midtown Portal. Oh, I didn't switch characters. Let's go ahead and switch to Wolverine. If you're in a non-combat area, you can just switch out characters really quick. So we'll put him on super heroic difficulty. Forgot to mention, once you beat the campaign, it goes to heroic. You can do it that way. Actually, once you hit level 20, I think it unlocks as well. And at level 40, you get super heroic as well. Or you just beat the boss, either way. But I'm level 60, so we'll switch to super heroic. Pull out Wolverine. Wolverine's awesome, by the way.
Smells like trouble.
I can actually show you his
Good.
legendary right here. Here's my legendary. It's pretty awesome. It takes forever to level up,
Hey, Castle.
but once you
keeping
do,
your
it's
powder
totally
dry?
worth it. Like, look how much critical damage and critical damage rating I'm getting. This allows me to crit often and crit highly. Like, for high damage, it's really nice. That's your legendaries. They take forever to get. But you can actually do... never mind, let's just stay on track here. Let's go to the Midtown. So right now, the Midtown Patrol has an event, which you can come to here anytime, I think, after... Actually, I think you can come here whenever, even from level 1. It's kind of an alternate way of leveling that's a lot faster, but you still need to go back through the campaign. At least I feel like you should, to get the extra skill points, the health upgrades, and whatnot. But you can do it a lot quicker once you're leveled up, like just to go back and just rush through them. But yeah, let's go to Midtown Patrol. Midtown Patrol is just straight chaos. Like, there's a billion things to do. Actually, you know what? I may end this video here, and we'll start another one for Midtown, because there's a lot to do here. It's awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed this brief. Not, I guess it's not very brief, but look at this game. I'm gonna add some more videos on it, because I do like this game a lot. And there's a lot to cover. I haven't covered everything, so we'll see you in the next one for Midtown Patrol, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, until next time, have a good one.